I've helped high achievers overcome problems like burnout, productivity issues, perfectionism, procrastination, anxiety, anything like that, and they've become better than what they were before, better versions. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about procrastination and why entrepreneurs and high achievers, professionals like you, should be working and focusing on progress and not perfection. So stick around to the end to get the gems and advice I have. So you probably had this thought that I can never do it if it's not right. You know, this project, this work, or this task, it's got too many mistakes in it. You know, it's not ready to be submitted, it's not ready to be uploaded, it's not ready to be sent. And these things, these mistakes become amplified in your eyes. They become amplified in your eyes to the extent that you're fixated on them. And you want that specific task to be faultless and flawless. Whereas in reality, we cannot expect and hope for things to be perfect. That is very, very unrealistic of us. Because we're not robots, we are humans, and humans are bound to make mistakes. Humans are bound to get things wrong. And aside from that, the journey you're on, the aspirations you have, the goals you have, the milestones you've set yourself, to get to them, you will have these flaws, you will have these mistakes in your work. You will have that video with you going 100 times. You will have that post which doesn't make sense. You will have that project which is unorganized and doesn't get to the main objective. But here's the thing. Every successful business you admire has gone through flaws like this, has gone through iterations, has gone through lows. Every successful person you admire has gone through failures, has gone through getting nervous in front of talking to everyone on a stage, on a speech. So you shouldn't hold yourself back because of this. And another thing is, sometimes you might even say that if I'm not going to get it right, why should I even try? And should I tell you what that leads to? What does that lead to? That leads to procrastination, which I was talking about in my previous video. That leads to procrastination because you're thinking in your head that it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be right, it's not going to be, picture perfect, as you may want to call it. And because of that, I won't even try, because if I'm going to do anything, because I'm so perfect, or I expect myself to be so perfect, I want it to be perfect, so it has to be perfect. And if it's not, then I won't do it, because that's how I am. But the reality is, you need to have some understanding, have some love for yourself, and understand that mistakes will be made. Mistakes will be made. Even in this video, there's probably times where I'm pausing because I don't know what to say, or I say something that I shouldn't have said. But do I stop there and stop recording? No, I carry on. Because I understand over time I'll get better. I've probably made, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 videos now. When I get to my 50th video, 100th video, it's all progress, improvement, development. That's what you need. because without those mistakes, the progression will not come. You can't make your first video and expect it to be perfect without any stuttering, without any pause due to your mind going blank, and expect it to be like your YouTuber with 1 million subs. Or if it's another task that you expect it to have 0 errors. Now, I understand that. Okay, you might say, I can't make a mistake all the time. Like, that's just pathetic. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, because if you're doing these projects, there's meant to be a certain level of professionalism, or a certain level that you're supposed to complete the task at. But even then, I'd say there has to be a progression in that situation. Progression of getting better and better and better. You shouldn't be making the same mistakes. And if you work on it, so that's what the whole thing is. You get the mistakes, and they get decreased as your progression increases. And that's how it should work. You shouldn't let this feeling of inadequacy cripple you. And if you do need more help, then go down to the description, click the link. It's my IG, give me a follow. I'll give you more support on this if you want more help implementing. But what I'd say is, you need to understand that we as humans, we make mistakes. And also, mistakes are part of the process. Mistakes are part of the process. And that's what you need to acknowledge, understand. Otherwise you won't get anywhere. Otherwise you'll stop, because you can't be perfect. You can't be faultless. And you won't go anywhere. If I had that mindset when I was starting out, I wouldn't have got to this point where I am. That's what you gotta understand. Otherwise you'll be stuck in your place, still in your same position, and you won't ever reach your goals if that's where you're going to be. See you in the next one.